you or one of your family members is a retired veteran and you want to know how veterans benefits, all the different types of them, work with Medicare, let me go into it. First of all, when you have veterans benefits, you have the veterans benefits on one side, you have Medicare on the other. Medicare does not work inside the VA, and really the VA does not work outside with Medicare. So you have two parallel healthcare systems. And yeah, there is some bleed over, but let's start off with, do you qualify for VA benefits? Can you go to a VA healthcare center? A lot of people think, well, I served, I was honorably discharged, so yeah, I'd qualify. No, you might not qualify. We can help you fill out the application if you have your DD-214 handy. It'll take us about 10 minutes to help you apply for VA benefits. A lot of people think I'm just gonna do that, it's gonna be easy. Maybe not. Some of it is a slam dunk. If you have a service-related disability, injury, Purple Heart, Agent Orange exposure, all those people are automatically eligible for VA benefits. But the VA is a little bit more complicated than that. There's different levels. You might only qualify at this level and you don't get any drug coverage. You might qualify at this level and you get everything and you have no copays. You might not qualify because your income is too high. So again, we can help you see if you do qualify for VA benefits, and you find out rather quickly. Within a month, you'll find out if you qualify and at what level. So if you do qualify for VA benefits and you want to get all your care at a VA facility and you don't want Medicare, you don't have to have Medicare. Nobody's forcing you. You don't need Medicare in a VA facility. It doesn't work there. So you might not want Medicare Part B, which you have to pay for, if you live close to a VA facility and you're comfortable with the level of care. And a big one is how long you have to wait to get care at a VA facility. I have a lot of vets, including my deceased father-in-law, and he's like, no, I served in Vietnam, I served in Korea, I want my benefits, I earned them, I don't want anything to do with Medicare. And I said, I respect that. However, we live over an hour away from the nearest VA facility. He said, that's no problem. I said, yeah, but think about this when you get older, because he was only 65 when we had this conversation. I said, think about this into your late 70s, 80s, when it's harder to drive, when there's more traffic, right? That's always going to get worse. When you're sick, think about being sick and like being in chemo treatments, and you really want to drive an hour on the highway when you're 75, 85. I said, how about we get Medicare Part B, and then you buy a zero premium Medicare Advantage plan. And if you don't want to use it, you never want to go and use your Medicare, you don't have to. But if something happens that you don't want to drive an hour to the VA, or you're not healthy enough to drive, or we can't take off work to drive you down to the VA all the time, you could just go to a doctor that is 1 minute down the street from our house. Again, you have to just pay for your Medicare Part B. You don't have to pay. We'll put you on a zero premium Medicare Advantage. So if you don't use it, no harm done. And a lot of people like that because a lot of Medicare Advantage plans have some extra benefits that you're getting some things that you don't get at the VA, such as some dental, vision, hearing, transportation, over-the-counter money every quarter, or flex money every month. So there's some extra benefits that you could get that you could take advantage of. Now, the drug benefits in the VA, far superior than the drug benefits on Medicare. So we have some special plans that don't include drug benefits that would have richer extra benefits because we know you're going to get your drug benefits at the VA. So the VA is not automatic. Yeah, you have to be, there are requirements and you have to be honorably discharged for us to help you apply. We do need your DD-214 and it won't take very long to apply. So if you're going to the VA and you love using the VA and you live close enough to the VA, you can opt out of Medicare. There's no problem. But if you change your mind later, say 5 years down the road, you say, you know what? Sylvia was right. It is too far of a drive. The traffic has gotten too bad. My eyesight has deteriorated. My nerves are deteriorated. And I don't want to drive to the VA facility. Or the waits are long. I don't feel comfortable with how long it takes to get an appointment and get referred to a specialist. I don't feel comfortable with that. I want to go ahead and get signed up for Medicare now. You can do that. You always have a right to sign up for Medicare later. Now, there's only certain periods of the year that we can sign you up, but you can do it. But you're going to have a penalty. And that's 10% extra that you'll pay for Medicare Part B every month, 10% a year for every year that you could have had it that you didn't. So if you waited 5 years and then you said, I want Medicare, you're going to pay a 10% penalty times 5 years, 50% extra every month. I know. I don't really feel like that's fair, but that's the system we have. Now, it's not the same with drugs. If you didn't sign up for a Medicare Part D drug program, because you're like, I'm just going to get my drugs at the VA, and then later you decided, I want a drug program, there is no penalty. I'm not even going into how the government justified these different rules. I'm just saying, if you later want a drug plan, you can get it. No penalty like there would be if you get Medicare Part B late. Stay with me. I know this is getting boring. So subscribe. If you don't subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I do a lot of boring trainings like this, one long one every week. Now let's go into TRICARE for Life. TRICARE for Life is a Department of Defense program, a healthcare program for people that have retired from the military, their spouses, and their qualifying survivors, widows. And TRICARE is excellent insurance, but TRICARE is a supplement to Medicare. So they always call me and they're like, I have TRICARE. What supplement do I need? You already have a supplement and it's excellent. So you don't need another supplement. TRICARE supplements original Medicare. Now, I have a lot of people that say, well, since I have TRICARE, I don't know why I'm paying for Medicare Part B, and they drop their Medicare Part B. Then TRICARE will cancel. You cannot have TRICARE unless you have Medicare Part B, which you have to pay for. So a lot of people think I'm wasting this money. They cancel it to save money, and they lost a TRICARE, and it's a mess to get it back. But that's one of the things we do at the Medicare Family is we untangle some of the binds that people get themselves into. So you need to keep Medicare Part B in force for your whole retirement to keep your TRICARE in force. TRICARE is a supplement. And a lot of people say, I see these ads on TV about Medicare Advantage, private Medicare. They look very attractive. I want the extra benefits, dental, vision, hearing, chiropractic, meals after a surgery, money, flex card money they give me every month, or over-the-counter benefits. There's a lot of those extra benefits that I think I'd like to get. Can I get it if I have TRICARE? Yeah, you can. There's a little more paperwork involved, and I have some longer videos that just go into that. But I'll summarize it for you quickly here. And that is, if you decide to have TRICARE for Life and go get a Medicare Advantage plan, the Medicare Advantage plan will work, and you'll have copays on it. So it might be $20 to see a doctor. TRICARE can reimburse you for that $20. But you have to file your own claims. That's kind of the hiccup. The doctor's office, in most cases, won't do that. So you'll have to collect your claims for your copays and then submit them to Humana, who's the administrator for TRICARE. And you can bundle them, and it might take 30, 60 days to get reimbursed, but it's totally doable. And more military retirees, since they're seeing those ads on TV about those extra benefits, they're like, I think I'll try it. You can try it, do it for a year. If you don't like it, you can just have original TRICARE. So let's go to the third type of military benefit, and that is called CHAMP VA. To be eligible for CHAMP VA, you have to be a spouse or a child of a permanently disabled, the disability rating from the VA service member, where TRICARE is if you are a retiree or the spouse or survivor, widow, of a retiree. So 3 different systems, and I know you're going to have questions about this. So just call us at themedicarefamily.com. Go check out our website, themedicarefamily.com. It's fun because you get to see the pictures of my family. If you have more questions about Medicare, go under the Learn Medicare tab, and there's lots and lots of information, lots of videos that can help answer your other questions about Medicare. Or you can just click on the yellow button at the top of the page where it says Schedule a Meeting Now. We work in all 50 states, wherever you are. We can use our computer system to Google and see what plans are available for you in your area. There are special plans that are made just for military retirees. They're not available in every county. That's something we can search and find out which ones are available and explain to you the benefits that might be available to you. So give us a call at themedicarefamily.com. If you like this video, you might really like this video. Check it out. And we'd appreciate if you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a great video. We put out one every week. Check in the description below this video for a link to our cheat sheet on Social Security and Medicare. And you can also give us a comment. If you have a specific question, always feel free to call us or email us at the Medicare Family.